Richard Hart, the PulseChain founder, is rumored to be working on a crypto wallet right now, but he has given no hints on its competitive features. Baby dolls, we have found some very interesting information that maybe the next Richard Hart development, the release of the wallet, might have a competitive advantage for PulseChain, a privacy feature. We found some interesting stuff out here. Thank you to everybody involved. So the PulseChain community have discovered that the Railway wallet is similar to the PulseChain dashboard UI, which stands for user experience. So this is a post from Mr. Dirty Crypto. Check it out. So the Railway wallet, is it about to be forked? Privacy and new wallet on PulseChain. So this user experience, all right, this user interface is similar to this Railway wallet. And also, friends, I'll just show you right now, Railway wallet, it's a privacy wallet, and there's also a protocol called RailGun. Pew, 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 RailGun. Now, RailGun, friends, is also a privacy protocol itself, which actually has been used by some PulseChain developers. Okay, so RailGun is a privacy protocol on the blockchain that provides on-chain zero-knowledge privacy. Now, zero-knowledge is just a specific type of technology that they do in cryptocurrency, but it's really cool. Don't worry about all the mathematics and stuff involved. I don't even understand how it works. But Railway Wallet allows you to shield assets on Ethereum technology by encrypting your activity, address, and assets using this zero-knowledge cryptography itself. One unique feature that your friend Tommy speculates on is that the Richard Hart wallet itself will have a built-in privacy feature, which would be extremely useful. Because if you're going to add a feature to a wallet, MetaMask doesn't have it, Trash, Phantom doesn't have it, okay? These other wallets, they don't have this privacy feature built in. And Richard Hart, he does like to take whatever works. So obviously someone else has built it. He'll take it, he'll fork it, he'll probably add in features and modify things. Also, reminder, no other crypto wallet respects your privacy because these weird sickos want to force everyone to poop with the door open. Yes, it's true. So all these other wallets, friends, especially the MetaMask, they take your IP, they take your address, they take all your information, and they record it. Obviously, friends, because like it's not even a secret anymore. But Ethereum maxes, you don't have to defend it anymore, okay? You don't have to pretend like we don't know. Ethereum, friends, owned by consensus. Go check your own consensus. Goldman Slugs, JP Mosquito. There are the deep state banks of America. They're already in Ethereum, okay? That's why Ethereum is a chosen one, even though it's getting cucked right now. They allow all the stable coins on there. There are $230 billion of stable coins in crypto. About 130 billion is sitting on Ethereum, okay? You got real world assets and Chainlink on all the oracles. It's pretty much been the chosen one. That's why Roca Negra have been accumulating a boatload of Ethereum, okay? Just like how they accumulated Bitcoin back at the end of 2022, while Janet Yellow, that penguin SLUT, was flooding crypto, BlackRock were literally buying. Why? Because they knew in a year or two, they're going to have the ETF. That's why they were buying. And by the way, they were actually buying before. They just accumulated an enormous amount. They literally did the final big front run. And then it was funny enough, right before their big announcements here, they told their other trash institutions to get in, and they were all DCA buying here as well. So they can't control exactly the little price up and down. But yes, so basically they get in, and then they tell, like, you know, the lower cockroaches to get in after them. So that's what they're doing with Ethereum now. They're buying a crap load, even though we see the ETH-BTC ratio collapsed and everything. So we've got to think about the future. So we do not know if there will be specifically another token for the Richard Hart wallet, or if it will do buy and burn of the fees or anything else. We also don't know if there will be a wallet sacrifice for it, as that would imply a big delay in the launch and release. So I'm going to go through some features. I think this RailGun or Railway wallet, I think it has a token. Maybe they take a bit of a fee that can be toggled out here. But also, it could also be possible, because what's important, friends, because if you're going to plan for anything in crypto, you have to raise money in the bull market. That's a sacrifice. That's what Richard Hart did in the PulseChain sacrifice, because In the bear market, you can't do anything. There's no money to raise. Everything's destroyed. So that's why we're just guessing. How would Richard raise money and why would he raise money? You know, I'm just trying to reverse engineer stuff. He could release the wallet, but the token's not enabled. It could be that. And then the token comes later. That's what you sacrifice for. You know, that could be it. That might be, you never know. That might be it. Like, releases the wallet. He could like release the wallet and it's working for like 6 months or 12 months and it's gaining traction. And then they do they does a sacrifice in like a year at the top of the cycle. It raises money and then you get, you know, maybe participation points. You know, just guessing. We don't know. We don't know. More interesting bits of information. The Pump Tires Dev wallet was funded by a RailGun transaction. All right. The Pump Tires Dev wallet. So they're using RailGun. They're using this privacy stuff out here. Richard Hart also frequently mentions that privacy is a human right. Also, Tornado Cash is the go-to privacy solution for most of Ethereum, but it's currently banned in France and sometimes controversial because Tornado Cash is the pool of Ethereum, and then you can withdraw out to anything else on chain. But you know, there's the OFAC sanctions, all this other stuff where the government didn't like it. But yeah, they can track a lot of it using this detailed analysis. But still, they're building up privacy stuff out here. That's good. So what do people use now for privacy? Well, they use ThorChain. The thing is, I think there's like a 1% fee. So you got to, you know, that's what North Korea used. So North Korea, they stole Bybit's Ethereum. They take it out, they breach the ThorChain, and they use ThorChain to swap into native Bitcoin. And they just have the Bitcoin. And you might ask, what do they do with the Bitcoin? Well, they send it to, they have Chinese brokers. Because just remind you, friends, do you know China only have one ally in the world, official? It's North Korea. Yeah, they only have one official ally contract deal. Peace deal, it's North Korea. So obviously North Korea and China, friends, best friends. That's what they do, by the way. If you have illegal money, that's, yes, you give it to some Chinese dude, he'll take like a 5 or 10% fee and they'll slowly launder it through their Chinese exchanges and they'll get it into the renminbi somehow and you can basically, yeah, that's how you can get your money out. But I think maybe they take like a 10% fee or something, or 15%. But you don't mind, right? If you've just stolen $100 million, this guy's making 15 to get rid of it for you over a year or two. They're actually laundering it right now. So slowly, like over the next 2 years, they're just going to launder the $1 billion. Right? Richard Hart Wallet might be the next step for the roadmap as it will entail a top-down vertical experience for PulseChain users. So who is Richard Hart? I've never heard of the guy before. This is a picture of him. This is me with a Pikachu hat in a dick with butt form. This is the PulseChain logo. This is a thumb which is pointing to the upwards direction. Might be signifying some sort of peg. Ha! Check that out. Now, look at this. So this is the post out here. I'm going to go through here. So I'm pulling information, right? Funds are sent between private zero-knowledge addresses by updating the Merkle tree that accounts for all users. This process can be facilitated by broadcasters that pass information to the blockchain and pass gas fees on a user's behalf to maximize privacy. Interesting. For example, if you view the contract address in a block explorer, only the aggregate total balance of tokens among all users is visible, not any individual zero-knowledge address balance. Just giving some insight into how it works, okay? So Railway, so I'm looking at this. Railway Wallet includes multiple features that helps users maximize privacy. As a self-custody wallet, only you have access to your account. Absolutely zero logs of user activity are collected. Users have the ability to fully configure the RPCs they choose. Railway Wallet is fully open source. It integrates RailGun smart contract privacy system and fully supports zero-knowledge snark transactions. You can privately send transactions without revealing any information about your private wallet balance. Very interesting, my friends. Very interesting. So Richard could buy anything, or anyone else as well, or anyone else. You could buy anything, and then when people say, oh, who bought, they don't know where it came from. Now, I'm not exactly sure how it worked, but like if you really, really, really wanted to, you'd take the whole block explorer, and I guess you would try to find out, hey, who spent that amount of money out there in, like, you know, in which wallet did it come from? So I'm not exactly sure how they would do it, but yeah, I'm sure the tech works. Interesting, right? Broadcasters submit transactions on your behalf. So it's actually pretty cool. Wow. When self-signing, you can choose any of your addresses, even those generated from a different seed phrase. Wow. That's interesting. Very interesting. So you can like show it as coming from another wallet. Very cool. Now on the left-hand side, see you have Railway Desktop. It's very similar to PulseChain's dashboard. Very interesting. So why would that happen? Well, I'm going to tweak my nipples for 2 seconds. Thank you very much. Now, it could be Richard's looking at it all day. He's testing it all day. Because once you get used to this interface, you're like, oh yeah, I like it. It's cool. It's smooth. So I'll just put it on. That could be one reason. More cool updates on these features as well. RailGun, a privacy protocol that provides on-chain zero-knowledge privacy. It allows users to shield their assets and transactions, making them untraceable on blockchains like Ethereum, BSC, Polygon, Arbitrum. It uses smart contracts. Very awesome. RailGun operates directly on the blockchain, meaning transactions are private without relying on a third-party service or a layer 2 solution. Very cool. Very cool. Look at this. Private balances. You can create a private balance within RailGun, which can then be used for interactions. Whoa, very cool. Very sweet. You can create a private balance. So it might be like, oh, you have like a pool of money here that is just going to be used for swapping or something that people can see. They can only see that one. They can't see where it came from. Decentralized governance. Now, this is a token talk. RailGun is a fully decentralized system. No central company or authority. The RailGun DAO governs its operation. It offers privacy solutions for various scenarios, trading on DEXs, lending, and using other DeFi applications. It can also protect alpha information, pay private payrolls, and anonymize analytics. This is critical. Because if we want everyone to come to crypto, if you want to employ people, remember, because crypto's finance, right? So, I don't like, finance, you're meant to go up, not go down. I know. But yeah, if you have anybody on a payroll, you want to pay people, you don't want everybody to see everyone's wages. You don't want everyone to see everyone's deal, how much everything is going through and stuff out here. Okay, just it ruins everything in the marketplace. We need one single consciousness from that. We're not linked up yet. It might take thousands of years. But until that point, you have this. This is really, really lovely to see. Now, we don't even know if he's doing it, but he's using it. Probably likes it. It's open source. You can just fork it. Makes you think about that solution coming. Makes everything greatly anonymous. Now, Richard could use his SAC wallet to front run stuff. He could buy anything. No one would know. Anyway, everyone could buy anything. That would be awesome. This is the Railway wallet. I went to the website just to show you. Shield, private transfers, private DeFi. Wow, what a nice thing. Private DeFi. Compliance privately. Robust tools to help you meet your compliance needs from bad actors. Very cool. I like it. Yeah, so that would be a big competitive advantage. Yeah, a big competitive advantage if Richard implements that on the wallet. Because they're PulseChain fans. Now, obviously, let's be honest. 98% of us, I know you don't really care. Because you're not doing, no one's doing anything illegal. You don't really care. But don't worry about that, man. Don't worry about that. Okay. You know who cares? People with a lot of money. People with 10 mil, 100 mil, $1 billion in the future, right? You're going to be the billionaire. Yeah. You will be the millionaire in the future. You're going to care in the future. So, but to get you to become a millionaire, you need the deca millionaires to come in now. And they have to care about it. But you got to remember, man, friends, you got me, a very, very loud megaphone. Yeah. And I've got a camera. Well, I'm just pointing at everyone go, ha ha, your wallet doesn't have privacy. Nah. We just, you know what I mean? It'll become extremely apparent that we have a big competitive advantage. Free speech, freedom of movement, the right to privacy. Look, if you want to poop with the door open, do it. But I don't want to force everyone to poop with the door open. Maybe you want to sneak in a message on your phone. Yeah? Maybe you just want to chill out because everyone's annoying outside. Maybe the kids, my gosh, they just won't stop yelling about Bluey and stuff. You know what I mean? So, okay, you want to sit on the dunny for a couple of minutes. But in these sicko freak worlds, they want to see everything. They go, hey, can I watch you take a poop? They go, no, you can't watch me take a poop. All right, bro. Why do you get to watch me taking a poop? I can't watch you. It's pretty much government in a nutshell. Okay, it's metaphor for governments in a nutshell when it comes to all of this stuff. Just like all the veganism stuff. They're like, oh, let's go slaughter all the farmers and the cows. Yeah, bro. You're eating a lot of meat, man. A lot of T-bones. I can see it. You're lactating soy milk out of your man boobs. How come we have to eat all the lentils and beans? Why do you get the nice meat? No answer. I like this description of railway crypto wallet. Private, non-custodial DeFi wallet, specifically designed to interact with the RailGun privacy system. Right? Privacy focused. RailGun integration. Remember RailGun? Pew, pew, pew. That's the network, I guess, of how it all works. It allows users to shield their existing ERC20 tokens and NFTs into the RailGun privacy, conduct private transfers, and interact with DeFi. Multi-chain support, self-custodial. Yeah, this is right up Richard Hart's alley. Okay, right up there. And this is another visual representation of Richard Hart. All right, so that'll be nice if that happens. Obviously, you gotta remember as well, sometimes people ask, Tommy, why don't you just come out and tell us? Look, my friend, you know, you and me, no one gives a shit about us, okay? You and I, yeah, we got straight postures. Yeah, we got pointy elbows. And yes, we don't skip leg day. But we don't have 10,000 hyper-competitive entrepreneurial business people who are looking to like suck ideas from us and go steal the money. Okay? We don't have that. He has that. Yeah? He has that. Everything he says, he's leaking. Yes? So there's no edge in like just talking. Just literally just go build it. When he's ready to market and promote, then it's time. So I hope that makes sense. Yeah. Leaking information, you're literally giving edge away. You're literally giving money away. All your hard work. So, you know, but he has to communicate to us, hey, I'm still around. We got to put the puzzle pieces together, you know. Also, that might explain a controversial stablecoin as well. You don't want stuff to go into the wrong people's hands. You know, you don't want people to come, like, by the way, I've already told you now, like, oh, there's privacy. So, like, you see, I don't have 10,000, by the way, it's not just 10,000 people, like 10,000 people who want to actively do something. Richard has, I'm not joking, maybe the real number is more like 1% of his followers. Maybe it's around 3,000. Literally 3,000 people who can code, can do something, and they're like, oh, how can I go take money from his idea? That's just what people are like, you know, it's out there in the marketplace. Now, after saying all that, I'm curious what you think, friends, because, obviously, we've had a gargantuan pump today of about 1%. PulseChain is moving around a couple of percentages out here. Yeah, it would be very, very exciting just to be like, say, something is moving up. Also, this is the PulseChain PLS price chart. Yeah, it's downwards in this channel. I'm hoping this is done. These can always come back down. I hope, God, not, bro. It's like down and down and down and down and down. Yes, no friendship until PulseChain is at sack price out here. Pulse ETH ratio needs like a 4x just to get to break even and everything out here. As these updates come though, we'll probably find Spooky, Magic, Cosmos, God, the Unicorn, the Fairy Dust. As like Richard defeats Interpol, as the privacy thing becomes more revealed. Maybe there's rumors of a wallet and all these things out here. As they're all happening, we'll find Bitcoin and Ethereum are naturally rising and the business ISM cycle is just going up anyway. Yeah, so we're not going to run differently to these. We're going to run pretty much at the same time. But it's nice to look forward to that. I want to know what you think. It's pretty cool that we would have a competitive advantage to do these things. And also, got to remind you, after all these, as they come out, it completes the, what I call, top-down vertical experience. Okay, this is pretty much what Apple does. They want to control everything from the top down, and that's what we have. Richard Hart, he has all the products. It's easier. All the tokens are symbiotic. There's buy and burns. There's just pretty much everything for everyone, right? There's something for everyone. That's why there's just very high odds in my mind that PulseChain is on its way to becoming a religion. Yeah, we've got, remember friends, the memes, cults, religions, archetype, as we have here. right? Memes, cults, religion. So all the logos. Remember, what is a meme? Just an idea. Oh, Hex is designed to do 10,000x. Just an idea. Then it became a cult, right? The cult, yeah, the T-shares, Richard Hart, the top hat respect, and the streaming warlord Richard. You know, the cult then obviously moves to Island PulseChain. Now it's a cult chain, right? Still growing. So what's the next step? Becoming a religion. Remember what was a religion? Well, it has an answer for everything, pretty much. You know, we call it a neo-religion. It just give you an answer for everything, you know? Oh, you want a stake. Oh, you like green logos, right? Oh, you want Mystical's conspiracy stablecoins. Oh, you love memes, right? Oh, you like oranges. Oh, you like Pokemon. See what I mean? That's an answer for everyone. Oh, there's the privacy is as well. What about decentralized exchange, the buy and burn? So the more things you have for everyone, that it just makes it harder and harder to leave. You know, I mean, think about it. If Richard Hart put privacy, just think about that, friends. Imagine you're used to privacy. Yeah, you're never going off then. You are literally never going off. You know, like once you've experienced a world where you can poop with the door closed, right? You're like, oh, you mean it doesn't have to stay open all the time? Exactly. Like and subscribe, belly button all. I will catch you in the next one.